Hey everyone, welcome back to my daily breakdown of California versus Larry Milliete's preliminary hearing from 2023. Today we're going to resume with day 3, which is the last part of Maricris's testimony. She's still on cross examination. Most of this will be cross, a little bit of redirect, and then we will move on to her brother. I think this will be 2 separate episodes, so I think we have 2 more, but this is day 3 in the very beginning. I do want to warn you the first 30 minutes, 30-ish minutes are missing. No one has them, so missing audio. And also, I want to remind you that I do have some transcripts that I'm reading from sidebars. So when we see sidebars that were secretive, actually, until CBS got permission to share those publicly, those will be inserted as videos between kind of wherever appropriate. They will not be considered an episode, but you will find me reading some of those interesting sidebars too. So we know the trial is going to be March 9th, 2023. By way of reminder, this is a local case for me, and I am not monetized, so you don't have commercials to watch, thankfully for you. But I am counting on you to share these videos and the playlist to get more eyes on this case. So I've created some quick links for you, and one of them, probably the more important one, it's down here in the scroller, but if you are listening and not watching, you want to make sure you bookmark the playlist, and that's capital M for Maya Millete, MM hyphen, capital P, lowercase LAYLIST. So let's get going on this testimony from day 3. They're just getting the sound worked out here.
I was just taking it all in and just listening to the discussions, and there's a lot of conversation going on, so I didn't thought of anything about that.
You were not worried.
Not at the time.
When did you get worried? Well, she said not at that time, Your Honor, so I take it that she was worried later on.
I think got worried when that Saturday, January 9th, when I couldn't find my sister.
So the whole time you were in Glamis, and after your sister made that statement, did you tell anyone other than Genesis, did you tell anyone else what your sister May told you?
No.
Did you advise your sister what to do?
During the whole conversation, I just kind of told her, I remember telling her to be careful.
What was the reason you did not tell Mr. Millete about what May told you?
I don't see any reason why I had to tell him.
So you didn't confront him about that? Okay. And in fact, you knew that they were arguing a lot, right? And it was becoming obvious. And they were fighting, arguing. And in fact, you told Mr. Millete that the two of you, meaning May and Mr. Millete, need to stay away from each other, correct?
I don't remember.
Oh, by the way, did you lend Miss Millete the 5,000 that she was borrowing from you?
No.
Do you know if she pawned her bags?
No.
When the Chula Vista police officers were there in Mr. Millete's house, did you already complete the search of the house before they arrived?
I wouldn't say complete. I just went to the bedroom, go around. I didn't even did a search. I was just looking, just to the bedroom, to the master bedroom. I think that's all I went to, or maybe the kids' bedroom. I don't remember doing a search.
So which areas did you look for her inside the house?
I went in the master bedroom and then the closet. I didn't even touch anything. Like I was just in the bedroom and went to the bathroom. I don't even remember if I went to the kids' bedroom or not.
When you went inside the bathroom, is that the master's bathroom?
That's correct. Yes.
Did you see any signs of blood inside the bathroom when you went there on January the 9th, 2021?
No.
When you went inside the master's bedroom, and you described that there was only a beaded sheet on there, were the children sleeping on the bed?
Your question is, were the children sleeping in the bed?
When you went inside the master's bedroom and looking for your sister, and you looked at the bed,
Yes.
was someone sleeping on the bed?
It doesn't look like anybody had slept in the bed. It was just flat. It doesn't even look like somebody sat on it.
And no one was sleeping that same moment you entered?
No.
Okay. And where were the children sleeping when you entered their rooms? Were the children asleep when you were doing the searching?
No, they were out.
At what time were you searching the home?
I don't remember what exactly time. I was just looking. I wasn't searching. I was in the downstairs. I was just in the family room most of the time.
And you didn't touch anything or remove anything when you were searching?
No.
Okay, then. Okay. Well, you mentioned something that a comforter was missing. That's why I was asking those questions, Joanna. So, how did you know that the comforter was missing?
I will show the picture earlier in the bedroom. I mean, yesterday. So there was, in that picture, there was comforter and then there was the pillows and stuff like that. So that's when I said the comforter was missing and the pillows wasn't there. So it was just, the sheet that was in the bed.
So you were going by the photograph.
This is so circular and crazy. So Maricris testified that there was nothing on the bed except for a flat fitted sheet. And she's asking, how do you know there wasn't a comforter on the bed? She just said there was only a flat fitted sheet. And now she's asking her about the photograph. I don't understand it or even the importance of this. I do know that a defense attorney needs to poke holes, but it's kind of to the point of ridiculousness here. So sometimes I just can't help but laugh. And by the way, there are no CC captions on this video. And thankfully, the only place I even got this portion of the video was a channel I've mentioned before is over here. So give them a like, give them a subscribe. I don't know how active they are anymore, but if not for them, some of these clips from the first couple of days would be gone forever. They're not on CBS 8, even though they were live streamed by them. So in any case, let's carry on.
There was no comfort. I mean, if you're waiting for me, there was no comfort. There was just fitted sheet that I saw that night when I went to the master bedroom.
Before that date, January 9, 2021, when was the last time you entered your sister's master bedroom?
I don't remember.
A year ago?
I don't remember.
So how did you determine that something was missing there? Can you describe this comforter that was missing?
She's obsessed with the comforter.
She doesn't remember, Joanna.
There was no comforter. How can she describe it?
I'm going to ask. When you saw the bed, did it look unusual?
Again, it's just the fitted sheet that was there, just flat. It doesn't seem like anybody had sat on it. That's all I said. I didn't say the comforter was missing. I was referring to when they showed me the pictures yesterday of the bedroom. So I said that the comforter wasn't there. So all I'm saying is that when I saw the bed, it was just a flat sheet or the fitted sheet. And I didn't say, technically, I didn't say a comforter was missing.
Bed looks different in the pictures.
Correct.
All right, well, do you remember, Ms. Millete, that you spoke to Officer that's Well, I tried to simulate this one. The same evening you were there looking for your sister, and after you were looking for your sister, you didn't find her. You decided to call the Chula Vista Police Department. Recall that?
Same.
Then some Officer Vicente, in fact, questioned you about the incident.
She said she doesn't remember.
She doesn't remember? Well, I was just going to ask Your Honor if she remembered. She told Officer Vicente that the comforter is missing. It goes to her credibility, Your Honor.
You just asked her if she made a statement.
Excuse me, Your Honor?
You just asked her if she made a statement to a police officer.
Did you make a statement to a police officer that a comforter is missing?
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
She's like a dog with a bone in that comforter. Wow.
In the process of you walking through the house, you did not see anything else that would provide any signs that your sister disappeared, correct?
No,
And there was no broken glasses, nothing unusual, correct?
nothing that I noticed.
Smart answer. Nothing I noticed.
You did really ask Mr. Millete if he was concerned about your sister that evening, correct?
I did not ask them.
And Mr. Millete assured you she was coming back, correct?
That's why he said yes.
Did you ask him why he was assuring you that she was coming back?
No,
She's gotten really smart about how to shut this nonsense down by saying, I don't know, or just answering no to questions that are just going to go on forever and ever. Very smart answers. I hope she probably got some guidance overnight from the previous day from the prosecution. If maybe they can't do that, I'm not sure, but she seems to have been coached up a little bit, but not in a nefarious way.
Did you tell the police officer? Did you tell a police officer that your sister was put through hell with the controversy of the allegations about her affair at work?
no,
Good girl.
Did you tell the police officer that your sister was threatened by Mr. Millete to open the investigation for having a relationship with a subordinate at work?
are you talking about the night, the Saturday night?
But at any time when you were talking to the officers?
Objection made.
Okay, well, all right, let me,
It's an
okay.
extensive investigation, and I take it she's spoken to law enforcement officers on public occasions. And you need to tell her-
Well,
you need to tell her which occasion,
I understand, Your Honor. I was just trying to, streamline things. I believe the police officers were there January 10th, January 11th, and then the 13th. And there was another call. And then 3 months later, or 6 months later, there's another phone call. So I just didn't want to go through all of those stages. And it will take a long time. And I was just for judicial economy trying to get it done a bit faster. I don't mind going through all of that.
witness needs to know.
She's talking about judicial economy. That is the funniest thing I have heard from this trial yet. Okay, Bonita, okay. That's rich. Wish we could hear the judge.
After the search that you made on January 9, 2021, okay, well, not finding any suspicious items there, what did you do? Did you go to sleep?
I don't think I slept that night.
You testified earlier that you slept on the couch.
We stayed in the couch, yes.
You stayed, but you didn't sleep.
Well, we tried to sleep in the couch, but I mean, when you're worried, nervous, don't know what's happening, I don't think you can get some sleep. But yeah, we stayed in the couch. We lay down on the couch, and it was cold. The windows were open, and there was AC going, so it was kind of hard. It was hard to sleep, and we could hear Larry is upstairs walking around. So it's hard, and probably close my eyes and slept maybe about 30 minutes or so, but that's about it.
So the police arrived on January 9, 2021, or did they arrive January 10, 2021?
It will be the 10th because I know it's after 12 that they were there.
So when the police arrived, you were interviewed, and you told the police that your sister and Larry were having marital issues and they were arguing, and you stated to them that your sister had been in an affair and Larry had discovered the affair.
Sustained.
And were you aware that Larry and your sister were not sleeping in the same bedroom?
No,
Was there any reason why you were not sure whether May had US currency with her when she left?
When she left. Mm.
During the time that you were being interviewed by the officer, you had mentioned that you were not sure if May had US currency with her. What
Sustained.
Why did you tell the officer that you were concerned about your sister having US currency? Did you believe she went out of the country?
Sustained. You can ask her if she made a certain statement or she acknowledged something. So I'm going to say that you can rephrase.
Okay, well, I'll rephrase this, John. Did you make any statement to the police officer that you were not sure if your sister carried US currency?
So did
And-
she make that statement on January 10th?
Jan-
That is the case, then ask her if she told the officers such and such.
On January 10, 2021, did you tell the officer that you were not sure that your sister carried US currency?
no.
I do appreciate that this morning's testimony here, that we're seeing Maricris more animated. She's definitely got the attorney's number, the defense attorney's number, and her facial expressions are just truly priceless. I just love this lady. But it's also more and more, as you see the hearing going on, that the judge is literally having to instruct this attorney how to ask questions to get them in. So she has to sit through all of that back and forth. And the answer was no in the first place, which is, I think, why she's grinning.
And do you remember that you told the officer that you knew May carried her credit card?
I don't remember if you're talking about the tent. I don't remember telling the officer all that.
What do you remember telling the officer at the time of that interview on January 10, 2021?
And
Okay. Did you make a statement to the officer that you knew that your sister always carried her driver's license everywhere?
No, I I don't think I said anything like that on the 10th.
Do you remember during that time, January 10, 2021, you provided the officer photographs of the Millete children?
That's odd. Why would she need to provide the officers photographs of the Millete children if the officer was at the home of the Millete children and they were in the home and there were clearly family photographs all over the wall? We saw those when they did the pictures from the first search warrant that we've already seen pictures from. Plus, what point, like, where is this going? To what end? To what end? If you know, clue me in. I'd love to know what you think.
Did you ask permission for Mr. Millete to release photographs of their children at any time?
It's painful.
No,
She does seem to be on a fishing expedition, which the judge does call her out for during the sidebar at least once.
During the same interview, the same day, January 10th, 2021, you made a statement that an officer that May had an affair approximately 6 months ago, which was
so you have asked
Okay.
this question.
all right.
I sustained the answer.
During the time that you spoke to an officer on January 11th, you told the officer that you believe that Larry may have done something to her and was potentially responsible for her disappearance.
You know,
Okay. Well,
I don't remember speaking to an officer on January 11 at all.
now let me just move on. But on January the 9th, the officers came and they did what they were supposed to do in the house and they left, correct? The, this is January 10th. yeah. They came and left. I'm just talking generally.
On the 10th.
so ask the question again.
The following day was Clara May's birthday, and there was a big celebration inside the Melete's residence. Isn't it true that your whole family brought food, drinks, cakes, candle celebration? Isn't it true?
That day it's Lara's birthday, and their mom is missing, and that was the indication that she's not coming back. She doesn't do that. It's her daughter's birthday. We try to celebrate her birthday the best way we can, as we always do. Genesis took her to the church, took her, the kids, took them to the park with their cousins. We tried to celebrate as we always do as a family, all cousins and all siblings. There's a lot of us. There's almost 30 people, and we're always there for everybody. We had a cake for her, just one cake, and we have a little food. And I don't think it's like a big celebration. I mean, if it's big, because we're always, our family is always have a get together, and there were always a lot of us. So it's not like it's a big celebration as we wanted to. I wish we had more. I wish we did more for her that day. But yes, we had a celebration for Lara's birthday.
And there were about 30 people.
20 or more, probably. I mean, the entire family.
And
That was incredibly sad. And this defense attorney didn't even pause to let that sink in. I mean, it shows such a lack of empathy. This is a hearing, not a trial. So I don't think she's doing her client many favors.
you testified earlier that Mr. Millete wasn't concerned about searching and looking for Miss Millete. Is that because you were having a celebration? Okay, I will withdraw that question.
Oh, that's so distasteful.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
When you were asked by the officer as to when
I forgot how bad she was.
you believe your sister was missing, you told the officer that May left sometime Saturday, January 9, 2021. Is that an accurate date?
And you covered all of her statements to the police.
You know?
That's question today.
I'm sorry.
One ground.
Okay.
Additionally, we've already covered this ground.
Okay.
Questions, answers that she gave.
I just wanted to clarify the date, Your Honor, because I'm not sure if she said, I do not know, or if does she still believe that her sister left on January the 9th, 2021?
That's an answer.
Okay.
She's also given direct evidence on direct in regards to this.
How did you find out that your sister May was seeking a divorce and had an appointment on January the 12th, 2021 with a lawyer?
Objection relevant. Lack of foundation.
You made a statement to the officer informing them that your sister made an appointment with a divorce lawyer on January the 12th, 2021. How did you find out?
And when was this stated by her allegedly?
It's a statement you did to the police officer on January 11th, 2021.
Objection relevant.
I also believe that the Black's Foundation, did May ever tell you that she had made the appointment?
I don't remember.
Yeah, and I have heard evidence regarding the text message and request. I will consider all of that.
It's unfortunate that what we mostly
Did you
hear.
know that your sister went to Mexico on January the 4th, 2021?
No.
Yeah, I think the witness is looking at counsel, and waiting for signals.
Looking at it, she's been on the stand for a day. I think she is being truthful and credible that she's responding to your questions. I believe that she is not being punished by
Wow.
And in fact, on January 11, 2021, Ms. Dole, you mentioned to the officer that you knew about an affair May had, and you identified the person she was having an affair. You remember that?
No, I don't.
And your family members called that person that same night. Do you recall that?
Objection hearsay relevant.
What is the name of the person that Ms. Millete was allegedly having an affair? I'll withdraw that now.
Wow. So with that, thank you again for joining me for another episode of my breaking down this preliminary hearing. I appreciate that you're here and that you're interested in this case, and I hope that you can find more friends that would be interested in hearing about this case and getting ready and prepped mentally for the trial that'll be in March. So thanks again. I will have episodes dropping pretty much every day to the extent possible. Again, since I'm not monetized, YouTube really does promote my videos a whole ton, so I'm counting on you to share them. So with that reminder, again, it's because we'd like more publicity for this case. It's local to me. It means a lot to me. And it certainly means way more to Maya's family, like Maricris and all of her loved ones, her large extended family, because they're still looking for her. And the more eyes that can be on this case, the better. So with that, I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.